Now, on Good Morning Northwest, a deadly police shooting will cost Spokane $500,000. Why the city agreed to pay up.
We have a fairly quiet week on the weather front, but our next round of wet weather isn't far away. We'll tell you who is impacted and what coming up.
And we may be sitting high and dry here, but a major winter storm proved dangerous and deadly across the country. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Welcome to your Tuesday. It's January 7th. Mark has more than enough. Let's check in with Allison Martinez with your first alert forecast. It's calm.
It is calm, and we're very grateful for that given the weather that everyone throughout the country is facing right now. The main headline for us here in the inland Northwest is the fog that we are seeing this morning. It's not going to be as bad as what we saw yesterday, but there are some pockets that will be popping up, especially through North Idaho. Visibility right now 3 miles or less near Coeur d'Alene. Up north near Winthrop, 1 mile, a little bit less over in Omak, and everywhere else we're doing much better at this point in the morning. Here are our current temperatures. So we're right around freezing, 32 degrees in Spokane, 30 in Coeur d'Alene, 24 degrees at Lookout Pass, 31 in Pullman, and 33 degrees in Ritzville. 4 things to know about your weather as we start off our Tuesday. We have highs in the 30s all throughout the inland Northwest all week long. We will see some occasional sun breaks today, especially up in the mountains. It's looking to be a really clear and beautiful day up there. Tomorrow morning, we have the potential for some drizzle, which could make things a little bit slippery. So come your morning commute tomorrow. It could be very different than what we're dealing with today. And we have the potential for a rain-snow mix on Friday. We'll tell you more about that wet weather and who will be impacted coming up.
Well, this morning, extreme weather across the country, including what could be the strongest wind event in Southern California in more than a decade.
From the plains to the East Coast, conditions in some places have become even more dangerous. And Hannah joins the Breaking Now desk for us this morning. Hannah, at least 9 deaths are now blamed on this winter storm we've been seeing. What new details can you tell us?
Well, Natalie, I can tell you that people on the East Coast can expect more snow. Already, parts of Virginia have up to 8 inches. Look at these new photos we just got in from a sheriff. They show overturned vehicles on slick roads. It's best to stay inside between today and tomorrow, but if you are traveling, please be careful. I know conditions are expected to get worse overnight. Right now, the storm's impact stretches 1,500 miles. As you can see here, this is a video we have from Kansas. They have about 18 inches of snow. At this point, forecasters are watching a new storm take shape. It could affect parts of the South with snow and ice come Thursday. Here's what neighbors in New York are saying about the storm.
I snow blowed my neighbors out. They had snow, 5-6 feet from the road. I blew their driveways out for them to help them out. And everybody works together around here.
Turning our attention to the West Coast, where a windstorm today through Thursday will target Southern California. People can expect wind up to 100 miles per hour. It could create an extremely dangerous fire due to the dry conditions. The state of California is gathering fire prevention resources. I'll keep my eye on this throughout the morning. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, Spokane City Council approved a $500,000 settlement to a woman whose fiance was shot and killed by police in 2022. In September of 2022, Spokane police went to the home of 41-year-old Robert Bradley to serve an order for him to surrender his firearms, as well as an order of protection to stay away from a neighbor. When they say Bradley then turned a gun on them. Investigators found that one of the bullets fired by Spokane police went directly into the barrel, which they say proved that he was pointing the gun at officers. Bradley's fiancee, Sarah McLaughlin, claimed that the officers shot Bradley within 3 seconds of announcing their presence. She's been awarded $500,000.
The Spokane City Council also approved a nearly $1 million construction contract for a safety project outside Stevens Elementary School. Take a look. This is what traffic looks like outside the school in the Chief Gary Park neighborhood. Kids cross these busy streets hoping drivers pay attention. The contract will fund new and improved crosswalks around the school. The most visible change would be at the intersection of Mission and Magnolia, where crews would put in a new enhanced crosswalk with flashing lights.
So it's important that, we do what we can to make sure that we have people out, we have the necessary improvements along the street and on the sidewalks to make sure that kids are getting to school, as safely as they can.
Construction on this project will get underway later this year.
Spokane is discussing 2 proposed ordinances to help lower overdose rates in Spokane. A number of people dying from overdoses has vastly risen in the past few years. Now, the first ordinance will prevent single-serve alcohol sales downtown between midnight and 2 a.m. The second ordinance will require all stores selling drug paraphernalia to also give out Narcan for free.
The vast majority of what we're seeing on the street is more fentanyl related than it is alcohol related. But I do think that we are seeing a lot of folks who are using both.
The Spokane Police Department says that within the last 3 years, more than 30% of all alcohol-related incidents took place downtown between midnight and 2 in the morning. The city also says off-premise alcohol stores downtown are places with high drug activity. One study shows each off-premise alcohol store is associated with more than 16% increase in neighborhood overdose rates.
Around the Northwest this morning, the Seattle police officer who hit and killed a 23-year-old college student 2 years ago is out of a job this morning. Kevin Dave was found to have driven negligently when he hit and killed 23-year-old Janavi Kandula in a crosswalk. Dave was responding to a drug overdose call, driving 74 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone when he hit her. Investigation found that Dave had his lights on during the pursuit, but not his siren, only chirping the siren at the intersection. The King County Prosecutor's Office announced in February it would not be filing criminal charges, but Dave's firing is still a positive update for activists like Robert Engel.
We don't get exactly what we want, but we get him fired. Like, we call that our victory.
In an email to the department Monday, interim SPD Chief Sue Rare says, "I cannot accept the tragic consequences of his dangerous driving."
Well, you'll want to check your medicine cabinet for this consumer alert. Costco is recalling some of its Kirkland cold and flu medication because some of the packages could be contaminated with foreign material. A specific lot of the medication has been rejected because of this and was not supposed to be shipped, but it was sold nationally between October 30th and November 30th of last year, 2024. Costco says you can return those packages for a full refund. I'm sure a lot of people probably have that in their cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Sickness has been going around. Our Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:07.
All right, Mark with more Not Again. Allison Martinez filling in. And, you know, we haven't had this stretch of dry for quite some time.
Yeah, I believe it was early December, around the 10th to the 15th is when we had more than 2 dry days in a row, and here we are. So we're tracking Friday because that's our next chance for impactful wet weather. We'll tell you what to expect and where coming up.
And it's official, Justin Trudeau is stepping down as Canada's Prime Minister. Coming up, why he's resigning and what comes next.
And speaking of out with the old, it's a contest and a tradition. People are getting rid of that dried up old Christmas tree in a weird way, and we love it. Just ahead on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Your wedding. It can be the most important and joyous occasion in your life. That's why we've devoted an entire event to making sure your wedding day is absolutely perfect. Hello, I'm Tammy Schneider, your host for Spokane's premier bridal festival at the Spokane Convention Center. View elegant runway fashion shows and enter to win over $30,000 in prizes. It's a big event, but then you're planning a very big day.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck?
Get real results.
Get Russell and Hill.
I was hit by an intoxicated driver. I came upon Russell and Hill, and it was really, really great to have an expert working for me. I got more than I was expecting, significantly more than what insurance was originally telling me I would get. I would absolutely recommend Russell and Hill.
Russell and Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
Mother's Cupboard, we are your hometown nutrition store in business for 47 years. Why? Because we sell only the highest quality nutritional supplements at the lowest prices. And we have the most knowledgeable staff to answer all your questions. Come into any of our Mother's Cupboard stores, Lincoln Heights next to Trader Joe's, North Point Plaza next to Total Wine, or University Road in the Valley.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hun, what do you think of this one? From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A 7.1 magnitude earthquake rocked Tibet near Mount Everest today, killing at least 95 people.
130 are injured and dozens more are still trapped. CCTV footage shows rescue workers searching homes and chunks of buildings littering streets and crushing cars. Now, the epicenter of the earthquake is about 50 miles northeast of Mount Everest, which straddles the border between China and Nepal. At least 50 aftershocks were recorded in the first 3 hours after that initial earthquake.
Lawyers for Donald Trump have reviewed a draft of special counsel Jack Smith's final report related to federal investigations into the president-elect, and they are threatening legal action if Smith releases it. It comes from court filings for Trump's former co-defendants, Walt Nauta and Carlos de Oliveira. Trump's defense lawyers say they were given limited access review of the draft, calling the report a one-sided narrative. Attorney General Merrick Garland has said he plans to provide lawmakers with a redacted report.
President-elect Trump's election victory is now officially certified, paving the way for his inauguration in just 13 days. Trump says he wants his entire legislative agenda put into a single massive bill. The sprawling package includes new immigration laws, energy policies, and a tax overhaul, along with an increase of national debt limit and spending cuts to federal programs. Republicans are looking to pass that bill using the budget process known on Capitol Hill as reconciliation, which allows bills to be approved by a simple majority or 51 votes in the Senate.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is officially out as leader of the ruling Liberal Party. Trudeau announced his resignation yesterday, though he will remain Prime Minister until a new leader is chosen. This comes ahead of a general election later this year, which Trudeau was widely expected to lose. He has led the Liberal Party for 11 years, been Prime Minister for 9. The 53-year-old faces a number of crises, including President-elect Donald Trump's threats of tariffs, the resignation of key allies, and some pretty rough opinion polls.
Here's your 10-second takeaway for this Tuesday. We are cloudy and cold today, though we do have the potential for some afternoon sun breaks. We have a high of 35 degrees.
Well, here's a reminder for you. This week, you can put out any of your yard and food waste on the curb in Spokane. The city has brought back the green bin pickup once a month during the winter months. Also this week, it's your last chance to put your fresh Christmas tree out on the curb for pickup. And if you're still trying to get rid of that Christmas tree, how about throwing it away? Literally.
Or throwing it around, at least. That's what people at a quirky annual post-holidays event in Germany are doing. It's a competition focusing on 3 disciplines: distance, height, and that's slinging. The event is derived from a Scandinavian tradition called Knutfest.
Shot put, more like tree put.
Wow, that is some talent, some technique.
Add that to the Winter Games.
Oh my gosh, let's do it.
That's awesome.
They should do that outside the Polar Plunge, right there on the beach.
That would be fun. And then I liked your idea earlier. Then feed them all to the goats.
Yeah.
There we go. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
He refused WSU's vaccine mandate during the pandemic and was fired as head football coach. Then he took the school to court. The decision in Nicholas Rolovich versus Washington State University coming up.
But first, a break, and this is a live look over downtown Spokane on your Tuesday morning. We have more Good Morning Northwest coming up right after this commercial break.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or score 60 months, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
70% of Washington jobs require education beyond high school, and that number is on the rise. Free or low-cost college or career training is possible for your child. Apply now and ensure there's a more lucrative and stable career in their future. Learn how at wagrant.org.
Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap.
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one call that's all, guys.
You deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Looking for a great new gym to start the new year and crush those New Year resolution goals? Let's go! For around $1 a day, you can get it all. Cycling, swimming, group fitness, and the best equipment in the region. So what are you waiting for? It's time to thrive in 2025. This week at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
The New Year Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. So there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99 or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Welcome back. It is now 6:16. The farewell to former President Jimmy Carter moves from Georgia to Washington, D.C. today. The nation's 39th president will lie in state at the Capitol beginning tonight. ABC's Faith Abube is in Atlanta with our story.
This morning, former President Jimmy Carter taking his final journey to the nation's capital, his body being flown to D.C. to lie in state before a memorial service at Washington's National Cathedral, where his longtime friend, President Biden, is expected to deliver his eulogy. For the last several days, thousands of mourners lined up to pay their respects at the Carter Center here in Atlanta.
He was a president and a visionary. And he did so many good things, got people to vote and, helped everybody.
Many gathering on highway overpasses and along roadsides to say goodbye as Carter's motorcade passed through.
Man, in that motorcade, there was a lot of love on the side of the road. Every overpass had people on it. It was amazing.
Present arms. An outpouring of love here in his home state, where Carter's life began at this peanut farm in Plains, Georgia, 100 years ago, where a bell used to wake him up an hour before daylight. A Washington outsider in the aftermath of Watergate, the peanut farmer becoming America's 39th president.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
Taking the oath of office in January of 1977. Serving just one term, he's perhaps most celebrated for the humanitarian work he did after his presidency, with his wife Rosalind by his side the whole way until she died just over a year ago, redefining the role.
All of his work with Habitat for Humanity, and all the good that he's done in Georgia, even post-presidency, and him and Rosalind and their love story, it was always very touching.
Faith Abube, ABC News, Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, here is a live look at our Tuesday morning. Things looking pretty clear as we look out on downtown Spokane, but some of us are seeing a little bit of those clouds still linger, some fog in some areas.
Yeah, it sounds like that's kind of the way it's going to be.
Yes, yeah, definitely. We have some patches right now. It's around North Idaho. We have a little bit up north near Omak into Winthrop. Visibility is less there, but in the Spokane area, we're looking much better. And overall, we have better conditions when it comes to the fog than what we saw around this time yesterday. So here you can kind of see how things will die down as we approach 10 o'clock this morning. For today, we have a high of 33 degrees in Spokane. We have mostly cloudy skies and calm winds. We do have the potential for some sun breaks around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll show you more on that in a bit. Tonight will cool down to 29 degrees. We have a cloudy night and calm winds. Here's our forecast radar. You can see as we approach around 3 p.m., that's when we have the potential for a little bit of sun to peek through. I know many of us are are holding on for just about any opportunity to see some sunshine, some blue skies. It looks like over in North Idaho, we have a better chance of seeing that. Over in the mountains especially, we've got a gorgeous day in store. So if you're planning on heading to any of our ski passes, then you've got better conditions there. For our highs, we're right around the lower 30s for today and pretty much the entirety of this week. 33 degrees in Spokane, 36 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 35 in Kellogg and St. Mary's, 41 in Lewiston, and over in Grand Coulee, we're looking at 37 degrees. This is our high temperature trend. You can see the temperatures that we have this week are pretty much right on par with our average temperatures for this time of year. We'll dip down a bit cooler for Sunday and Monday, but overall we'll be in that mid-30s range. This is our planning forecast, and you can see things are very quiet this week, very calm. We don't have a lot of wet weather to report tomorrow. However, we could have the chance for some slippery conditions. We could have some sprinkles, some flurries that can make things a little bit slippery out there on the road, but Thursday will be dry, and Friday we're expecting mountain snow and maybe a little bit more of a wintry mix. And then we have a quiet weekend also. So pretty peaceful here.
Yeah. Wow. Not too bad. All right. Thanks, Allison.
Our time is now 6:21.
Well, Seattle Kraken look to end their 4-game home stretch with a win against a hot New Jersey Devils squad. We'll have the highlights from last night's tilt at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. That's coming up right after this break, next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or score 60 months, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, when I say we're on our way, that means response times are usually within 24 hours or sooner. It means a live customer service center with real people. It means Gold Seal Plumbing gets the job done right quickly. And Gold Seal Plumbing has the largest staff of experienced service plumbers with trucks ready. So if you need a plumber, choose the most trusted team with the fastest response times and live customer support. Call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
Looking for a great new gym to start the new year and crush those New Year resolution goals? Let's go! $1 a day, you can get it all. Cycling, swimming, group fitness, and the best equipment in the region. So what are you waiting for? It's time to thrive in 2025. This week at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
The New Year Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. So there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99, or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace, and since the Seattle Kraken pushed above 500 at 15-14-2 on December 12th, man, has that slid and slid and slid further down with a 2-6-1 record since. And Seattle had a chance to break that streak with the last of a 4 straight stretch at home last night against New Jersey. 1-1 game in Seattle right at the end of the second period. Inside 1 minute, Devils into the O-zone. Paul Cotter cutting inside, and he earns the leading score. New Jersey out in front. Same score now in the third period. Kraken threatening, puck redirected by Shane Wright. and he scores 2-all game on the power play. But not even a minute later, still 18 minutes to play in the game, Jack Hughes finds Andrej Palat. There's another Devil lead. All this action, we haven't even been through 5 whole minutes of game time. Puck in and around by goal. There's Eli Tolvanen, who can't get the finish. What a remarkable save by Jacob Markstrom. His 21 saves helps the Devils win the Cryptid Cup with his 20th win of the season. That's the second most in the NHL. The Kraken now have a losing record at home, and they won't have a chance anytime soon to fix that. They have a 5-game road stretch upcoming soon this week. That's all for Morning Sports. Catch us tonight at 6 and Nightside for more on Washington State basketball and high school hoops.
A federal judge ruled Washington State University had the right to fire a former football coach for his refusal to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
WSU fired Nick Rolovich in October of 2021. He then sued the university and the state, saying he should have been allowed to skip the vaccine for religious reasons. But the judge said he didn't have enough to prove how legitimate his perceived exemption was. The judge also ruled because of his role, not being vaccinated would cause undue hardship to the university. You can read all of Judge Thomas Rice's ruling now. It's up on our website, KXLY.com. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:26.
Idaho's Governor Brad Little has big plans for the future of the Gem State, from public school education to wildfire fighting funding. We are breaking down some key highlights of his State of the State address right after the break.
Plus, this morning, new images of homemade explosives that were supposed to detonate on New Year's Day in New Orleans. Hannah Joy has the latest updates from this investigation when we come back. And before we go to a break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
Okay, why is this happening to me on a Monday?
In this morning's GMA First Look, trapped inside a driverless taxi.
This car is just going in circles.
On a mission to make his flight from Phoenix to LA, Mike Johns decided to order a Waymo.
I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy. Look at what it's doing.
The malfunctioning car driving in a never-ending loop around the lot he was in. And this morning, he's telling his story to GMA.
And at first, I'm thinking, no big deal. The second time, that's strange. The third time, what's going on? I feel like I literally thought I was being pranked. I got my seatbelt on. I can't get out the car. Has this been hacked? What's going on? I feel like I'm in the movies.
The looping issue has since been fixed with a software update. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the rest of Mike's story, including how he finally got out. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make 2 feel like 1, or simply be a helping hand. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
You didn't ask to get in a car wreck, but here you are, injured, out of work.
And the insurance company wants to fight you on everything. You didn't pick this fight.
But you can pick who finishes it.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
From the fields of the Pacific Northwest to the tables of the world, agriculture is at the heart of it all. This February, come in from the cold and join us at the Spokane Ag Show, where we meet together, learn about the industry, and grow. With over 200 exhibitors, expert-led seminars, guest host Rob Sharkey, and live music, it's a show you can't miss. Join us February 4th through the 6th at the Spokane Convention Center. Visit agshow.org for all the details.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Injured in a car wreck?
Insurance company giving you the runaround?
Delays, excuses, and lowball offers.
Don't get hurt twice.
Get twice the help.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off our 6:30, a half hour, the 4 News Now Story Tracker. It's following the stories people are reading about online this morning.
Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson filed a lawsuit against T-Mobile, accusing the company of failing to secure the personal data of more than 2 million Washingtonians, leading to a massive data breach. The breach, which exposed sensitive information such as social security numbers, names, and addresses, resulted from T-Mobile's failure to address known cybersecurity vulnerabilities. The lawsuit filed in King County Superior Court claims T-Mobile misled customers about its data protection efforts and did not properly notify affected individuals about the breach, downplaying its severity. The breach happened in 2021 and affected more than 79 million people nationwide.
Well, they've been around for more than 100 years now and considered to be fun collectibles. Bobbleheads get their day today. It's National Bobblehead Day. They celebrate everyone from sports, music, and movie stars to even some cartoon characters and political figures. The earliest bobbleheads have an origin with ties to Germany. It was in the 1950s and 60s that they began to grab a place here in the U.S. pop culture scene. The National Day was created by the National Bobblehead Museum, which is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which houses more than 6,500 unique bobbleheads. I wonder if you could find these gems in Milwaukee.
Just a few of these just in our newsroom. Derek had these two on his desk, Derek Dice. We had, Butch and Edgar Martinez.
And we got a Mariners player, Ken Giffey Jr. there.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Giffey Jr., sorry. Yep. Mariners fans. But yeah, a couple gems here in our little museum.
Yeah, there's probably some more floating around there anyway.
Absolutely.
We are deciding that Mark Peterson needs his own bobblehead.
I know.
He has the day off. His birthday is tomorrow. We'll honor him. Allison Martinez is filling in. We're talking about some low clouds. I feel like this is this is what we talk about a lot.
It never ends. It never ends. This week especially, it's really going to move in and out. Tonight also, we could see more fog. At this point in the morning, though, we're really only seeing this in the Coeur d'Alene area. Visibility there is a little bit more limited, but everywhere else we're looking much better. Omak, 2 miles or less up there, but Spokane area, we're looking good. Our current temperatures are right around freezing. 32 degrees in Spokane, 30 in Coeur d'Alene. We're at 31 degrees in St. Mary's. Lewiston, you're at 35. Moses Lake, 33, and same goes for Ritzville. More things to know about your weather for today. We do have highs in the 30s. That will be the case all week long, all throughout the inland Northwest. We do have the potential for some occasional sun breaks. I know we're waiting for those. This could really come into play around 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. And if you're headed up to the mountains, then you'll definitely see some blue skies and some sunshine up there. Tomorrow morning, we do have the potential for some drizzle. So as you head out tomorrow, things could be a little bit slippery. And we are expecting a rain-snow mix for Friday, meaning snow in the mountains and a little bit more of a wintry mix everywhere else. This is how your Tuesday is going to shape up. We will be right in the lower 30s all day long, clouds all day long. We'll tell you what you can expect in the extended forecast coming up here in a bit.
Allison, thanks. Well, this morning, the investigation continues into the deadly New Year's Day attack in New Orleans.
Yesterday, President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden visited the city and met with families of the 14 people killed. Hannah Joy's at the breaking now desk. Hannah, you've had some new images from the investigation.
Robin, we just got this in this morning. Here you can see images of homemade explosives. Authorities say 42-year-old Shamsu Din Jabbar brought them to Bourbon Street. Here's a closer look. This surveillance video shows Jabbar putting coolers on Bourbon Street early that morning. Then at 3:15 a.m., investigators say he drove a pickup truck into a crowd on the same street, but the IEDs never went off.
It was a transmitter that was recovered inside of Jabbar's vehicle and would have worked, but for New Orleans PD putting him down before he could get access to that transmitter and set off the devices.
It comes as President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden traveled to New Orleans yesterday, paying their respects to the families of the 14 victims who died in the attack.
My wife Jill and I are here to stand with you, to grieve with you, to pray with you, to let you know you are not alone. The rest of the nation is looking at you as well.
The president has approved the city's request to raise security come Mardi Gras and the Super Bowl next month. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, Spokane Valley deputies are still searching for the person who shot and killed a man yesterday. It happened just a few blocks south of Sprague on 4th Avenue. That's where law enforcement blocked traffic for hours, affecting the block between University and Raymond. Spokane Valley deputies in major crimes investigated the crime scene, a parking lot blocked off with caution tape just across the street from the STA Park and Ride. Deputies are working with STA to see if their surveillance cameras were able to capture what exactly happened. Now, less than an hour after the shooting was reported, Spokane Valley deputies detained 2 suspects they believe could be related to the shooting. As of now, no charges have been filed, and this is all still under investigation. Idaho's Governor Brad Little delivered his annual State of the State address yesterday.
He highlighted the improvements made to Idaho public schools over the last 5 years, but says more needs to be done.
I look forward to working with the legislature to address gaps in rural school facilities, mental health, school safety, and literacy.
And this is just one part of Little's Keeping Promises plan.
The plan would also increase funding to help attract and retain crews of first responders who help battle wildfires.
Idahoans are tired of choking on smoke for weeks on end. I look forward to working with the Trump administration to boldly transform how wildfire in our western lands are managed.
Now, Little's plan still needs to make its way through the legislature before any of this could be implemented. Well, there's a new group of potentially toxic forever chemicals that could be contaminating our drinking water. That's according to a new study published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Researchers have traced the toxins to prescribed drugs that they say wastewater treatment plants have failed to remove. They looked at water samples flowing through several large publicly owned wastewater plants that serve 70% of the U.S. population. The study concludes even with advanced treatment technologies, the former chemicals were being sent into waterways where they can re-enter the drinking water supply. A reason why you probably shouldn't put those prescriptions down your drains or toilets or anything like that.
Yep.
Good morning, Northwest time right now, 6:37.
Let's check in with Allison Martinez in for Mark this morning, taking a look at our day. It's pretty like our day in the next few days. Steady Eddie.
Yes,
easy go.
Very easygoing, very quiet, very calm here until Friday. That's our next chance for a little bit more chaos, a little bit more of a wintry mix. We'll tell you the timing of that coming up.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, we got sticker shock at the grocery store. The bird flu is taking a toll on supply and in turn, hiking up prices for things like eggs and chicken. How much you could be paying when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride.
Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Not again, Mom.
Looks like this will be your last year with season tickets, huh? No. Let's iron out this big mess, yeah?
I'm calling the swap team.
Wait.
At Craig Swap & Associates, we want to make sure that you're really winning. We get you compensated, and we don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
For too many families, childcare costs aren't just tough. They're breaking the budget.
One of my entire checks goes to daycare.
And now, crucial funding has dried up, leaving families desperate for new options.
It's crazy that there isn't more funding like this.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Advocates tell me they're pushing for solutions, but there's a big hurdle in the way. How do we overcome it, and what's being done to help families right now? I'm Getting Answers, Thursday on 4 News Now.
It is now 6:40. It's a hefty price to pay right now if you're looking to purchase eggs. Due to the bird flu, prices of eggs have increased dramatically, while the supply of both eggs and chicken have decreased. The manager at Trent Harvest Foods in Spokane Valley said their supply of a dozen Eggland's Best large eggs is low because they are so much cheaper. Yesterday, they cost $4.39 a dozen. That's a bargain compared to the Cherry Lane brand of large eggs, which were $8.99. Because of the bird flu, the manager said the prices of the Cherry Lane eggs have increased over the past few months. She said they haven't been selling them as much as they used to. She believes her customers are going elsewhere due to the costs, or maybe they're just too expensive for people. As for chicken, the meat manager said supply hasn't yet been affected, but prices have.
Well, it just seems that poultry isn't on sale as much as it used to be. I have one thing on sale right now, and that's boneless, skinless thighs. I usually have 3 or 4 different things on sale.
A local nonprofit that supports independently owned Washington grocery stores advises us as consumers to only purchase what we need while farmers work to ramp up their supply. The first American with a severe case of bird flu has died. Authorities say the patient was older than 65 and reportedly had underlying medical conditions. The individual was hospitalized with the flu after an exposure to a flock of birds. No other person linked to the patient is sick. So far, several dozen Americans have contracted the virus.
On this Tuesday, we have cloudy and cold conditions. We've got the clock timing down here. Yeah. Sun breaks and a high of 35 degrees.
It's stressful.
I know, it's the timer. It gets you in there. Well, a new study found that sugary drinks are contributing to a global public health crisis. It estimates that it could be a factor in 33,000 deaths, or 330,000 rather, deaths annually from diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Researchers analyzed data on sugar-sweetened beverages consumed in 184 countries. They examined demographics of those most affected and found the problem is serious in Latin America and the Caribbean. While alternative sweeteners might be better, they're not always the answer. Health experts say hydration is important for managing blood pressure, blood sugar, internal temperature, and digestion. Well, being exposed to high levels of fluoride could impact your intelligence. According to a new government survey, fluoride levels in children's urine were measured and their IQ scores dropped as fluoride levels rose. Fluoride is a mineral found in rocks, soil, and water, and it helps protect tooth enamel, which is why many cities have added it to treated drinking water now for decades. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:43.
Now, looking for love in 2025? Be careful if you're hopping on the apps. A dangerous internet trend is targeting online daters. What you need to be on the lookout for coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough 4-wheel drives or all-wheel drives? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride.
Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Childcare costs are breaking budgets and funding has dried up, leaving families desperate. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. I'll show you the solutions on the way and what's being done to help families right now. I'm Getting Answers, Thursday on 4 News Now.
As temperatures drop, your heating bill will inevitably rise. And with cold weather right around the corner, things are about to get expensive. But Bill's Heating and AC is here to help. We're including a free cold climate heat pump with every furnace while supplies last. You heard that right. Cut your heating bills in half with a new energy-efficient cold climate heat pump for free. We're the area's top cold climate heat pump experts. So don't miss out on this incredible offer. Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mother's Cupboard.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:46. A new warning today about a dangerous scheme on dating apps, all stemming from a trend on social media. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, concerns about a disturbing trend as more people turn to dating apps to find love in the new year. Police say teenagers, inspired by a scheme on TikTok, are luring victims through dating apps to then frame them as sexual predators, all to mimic the TV show To Catch a Predator.
Then why did you come here?
The latest case in Massachusetts, where 5 students at Assumption University face kidnapping charges. Authorities say one of the teens used Tinder to lure a 22-year-old man to campus, then led him to a lounge where nearly 30 students ambushed him, accusing him of being a sexual predator. The group allegedly tried to stop him from leaving, chasing him to his car and assaulting him with a car door.
I've seen on social media like all kinds of stuff like that, but I would never imagine that something happening right here at my school.
Police say there's no evidence the man was looking for underage girls. In a similar case, 11 teenagers near Chicago allegedly used a gay dating app to lure men to different locations before allegedly beating them and damaging their cars. One victim needed treatment at the hospital. Police say the teens got the idea from the same To Catch a Predator trend on TikTok.
This is a worldwide phenomenon, using these dating apps to lie in wait for people and unfortunately attack them.
As for the victim in Massachusetts, his family says he's serving in the Army and was deployed overseas days after escaping that ambush. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Well, Allison is in for Mark this morning, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Not yours, but Mark's.
Yes, not yours, Mark. Sorry.
Yeah. When is yours?
My birthday's in December, so we just passed it.
Yours. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. For those of you who are, not celebrating or doing whatever you want to, we are dealing with some fog out there.
Yes, we are. A little bit this morning, not quite as bad as what we saw yesterday, and this is really going to be localized to North Idaho. This is the area that's really having some challenges when it comes to visibility at this point in the morning, but everywhere else, we're looking much better. Today, we have a high of 33 degrees, mostly cloudy, calm winds. Some areas could see a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon, but most of this will be in the mountains. Tonight, we will cool down to 29 degrees for our overnight low, cloudy skies, and once again, calm winds. This is our forecast radar, so you can see where we have the potential for some sunshine. I know many of us are holding on for just about any chance for it. Around 3 p.m., we have some clearing here, especially in North Idaho. This is where we could see some blue skies and get to soak up those rays for just a short period in the afternoon. But Wednesday early morning, tonight, overnight to tomorrow early morning. This is 3 a.m. This is where we have the potential for some wet weather, maybe some flurries, some sprinkles. And because it is so cold in our overnight hours this week, it could make things a little bit slippery as you head out on the road. So tomorrow morning, definitely take it slow, take it easy, and just keep that in mind as you head out. For our highs, we're right in the lower 30s, 33 degrees in Spokane and 36 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. And as we look to the future, future, you may be wondering, where is winter? Where is the snow? We're trending colder overall as we look to the future, January 15th to January 21st. And when it comes to precipitation, wet weather, we're right here in the middle. So jury's out a little bit here. So the best way to keep up is by downloading our First Alert Weather app so you can learn of all the incoming wet weather. It's looking like Friday is going to be our next best chance for that. We should be getting some good mountain snow and a little bit more of a rain, snow, wintry mix everywhere else. And we've got temperatures in the 30s, and we'll be back with more news and weather coming up after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Bigfoot Mechanical.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Childcare costs are breaking budgets and funding has dried up, leaving families desperate. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. I'll show you the solutions on the way and what's being done to help families right now. I'm Getting Answers, Thursday on 4 News Now.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
It feels like we've been keeping the secret for so long.
So long? Because you posted a photo spoiling our crossover episode.
Oh, was I not supposed to do that? But I can finally talk about that hilarious...
Rob, no.
How about when Dee...
No!
Charlie.
Robert, no. You can't talk about it at all. So, any questions?
When it comes to buying used vehicles, we know that there's a lot of options for you out there.
Make Colville Toyota your first option for quality used vehicles.
Before our cars hit the lot, we inspect and repair any issues that we may find. We care about our customers and our cars, and it shows with the extra TLC that we put into them.
If you're in the market for a new, used, or certified vehicle, come to Colville Toyota and buy with confidence.
Because we're your small-town dealership with a big heart.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to take you, get you ready for your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Allison Martinez tracking a chilly and cloudy day ahead.
Hannah Joy's in studio with updates on a dangerous winter storm that is heading in certain areas of our country.
Yeah, but first, Spokane City Council approved a $500,000 settlement to a woman whose fiance was shot by police in 2022. In September of that year, Spokane police went to the home of 41-year-old Robert Bradley to serve an order for him to surrender his firearms, as well as an order of protection to stay away from a neighbor. And they say Bradley pulled a gun on them. Investigators found that one of the bullets fired by the police went directly into the barrel, which they say proved that Bradley was pointing a gun at officers. Bradley's fiancée, Sarah McLaughlin, claimed the officers shot Bradley within 3 seconds of announcing their presence. She's been awarded $500,000.
The Spokane City Council also approved a nearly $1 million construction contract for a safety project outside Stevens Elementary. This is what traffic looks like outside the school in the Chief Gary Park neighborhood. Kids cross the busy streets, hoping drivers are paying attention. The contract will fund a new and improved crosswalk around the school, and the most visible change would be at the intersection of Mission and Magnolia, where crews would put in a new enhanced crosswalk with some flashing lights. Construction on this project will get underway a little later this year.
Spokane is discussing 2 proposed ordinances to help lower overdose deaths in Spokane. The first will prevent single-serve alcohol sales downtown between midnight and 2 a.m. The second ordinance will require all stores selling drug paraphernalia to also give out Narcan for free.
The vast majority of what we're seeing on the street is more fentanyl related than it is alcohol related. But I do think that we are seeing a lot of folks who are using both.
Spokane Police Department says that within the last 3 years, more than 30% of all alcohol-related incidents took place downtown between midnight and 2 in the morning. The city also says off-premise alcohol stores downtown are places with high drug activity. One study shows each off-premise alcohol store is associated with a more than 16% increase in neighborhood overdose rates.
The main weather headline we are tracking for today is the fog. It's not as impactful as it was yesterday, though, as you can see, it is pretty widespread at this point in the morning. The main areas that will be dealing with this are in Coeur d'Alene. We have visibility at 3 miles or less, and up in Omak, 2 miles or less. In the Spokane area, we're looking much better. Pullman, seeing some compromised visibility there. This fog is really going to be a headline all week long, and it should roll in tonight as well.
This morning, we have extreme weather across the country. It's happening from the plains to the East Coast. Already, parts of Virginia have up to 18 inches of snow, but right now the storm's impact stretches 1,500 miles. Look at these new photos we just got in from a sheriff. They show overturned vehicles on slick roads. Then on the West Coast, a windstorm today through Thursday will target Southern California. That could potentially create an extreme fire due to the dry conditions. So it's best to stay inside between today and tomorrow. But if you are traveling, please be careful. I know conditions are expected to get worse overnight. For updates on these conditions, tune in to Good Morning America.
A 7.1 magnitude earthquake rocked Tibet near Mount Everest earlier today, killing at least 95 people. 130 are injured and dozens more are still trapped. CCTV footage shows rescue workers searching homes and chunks of buildings, littering streets and crushing cars. The epicenter of this quake is about 50 miles northeast of Mount Everest, which straddles the border between China and Nepal. At least 50 aftershocks have been reported in the first 3 hours after the initial earthquake.
Spokane Valley deputies are still searching for the person who shot and killed a man yesterday. The shooting happened a few blocks south of Sprague on 4th Avenue. That is where law enforcement blocked traffic for hours, affecting the block between University and Raymond. Spokane Valley deputies and Major Crimes investigating the crime scene. Less than an hour after the shooting was reported, Spokane Valley deputies detained 2 people they believe could be related to the shooting. As of now, no charges have been filed, and this is still being investigated.
A federal judge ruled Washington State University had the right to fire a former football coach for his refusal to get the COVID-19 vaccine. WSU fired Nick Rolovich in October of 2021. He then sued the university and state, but the judge said he didn't have enough to prove how legitimate his perceived exemption was. The judge also ruled because of his role, not being vaccinated would cause undue hardship to the university. Now you can read all of the judge's ruling. It's up right now on KXLY.com.
And this week, keep in mind, you can put out any of your yard and food waste on the curb on your normal trash day. The city has brought back the green bin in Spokane, picking up once a month during the winter months. It's the first week of the month. Also this week, it's your last chance to put your fresh Christmas tree out on the curb for pickup. We'll be back with a look at weather right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Let's take a flight to Flight 509 Family Fun Center in the Spokane Valley. Get lost in 22,000 square feet of adventure for the whole family. Climbing, spinning, paddling, striking, leaping, launching, exploring, invading, celebrating, and so much more. No, doggy. At Flight 509, fun really does take flight.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
We have a cold and cloudy day in store today in the inland northwest, though overnight into early tomorrow morning, we could see freezing drizzle, making things a little bit slippery as you head out on Wednesday during the morning commute. Thursday will be mostly dry. Then Friday, that's our next best chance for some wet weather. We're expecting snow in the mountains and a little bit more of a wintry mix everywhere else. Then we'll be dry through the weekend into the start of next week. All week long, we have temperatures in the 30s and cool overnight lows right in the mid to upper 20s.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
We'll see you throughout GMA with live local updates. Good Morning America starts now.